Hello, everyone, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Government of Canada's Cyber Operations and Risk Management Briefing presentation. This PowerPoint is going to be presented by Canada's Cyber Security Incident Response Team, which includes team members Ridwan Ajishegiri, Michael Adesti, Hector Smith, Melvin Velis, and Jennifer Yan. Our team comprised experts in the regulatory field, the human resource field, and of course, the forensic investigation field. Today, we're going to be talking about cyber operations and risk management. And in the next slide, we're going to jump into our agenda for today and how we're going to be presenting this presentation to you all. Thank you. So here, the agenda piece of this presentation is going to be a way for us to introduce you to what we're going to be talking about today. First, we're going to talk about software development lifecycle. Next, we're going to talk more about the phases of software development lifecycle. After that, we'd like to talk more about supply chain risk management. And then, of course, we'll talk about, the relationship between supply chain risk management and security measurements and tools. Next, we're going to move into talking about software assurances. And then, of course, after that, we're going to try and link software assurances in software development lifecycle. Then, of course, we'll move into talking about software development methodologies. And next, we're going to talk about software development models. After that, we're going to conclude and provide recommendations that we have, for our enterprise cyber operations and risk management. And after that, we'll leave the floor for participants to ask questions about everything that we've discussed. So let's move to the next slide. Thank you. So here we have an opportunity to delve into the substance of this presentation, which is going to be centered more around software development lifecycle. Now, what is software development lifecycle? This is an overall security software methodology for web and application developers. There are 6 phases here. Whenever we're developing a software, we need to go by these 6 phases so that we include security measures and protocols therein. The first phase, of course, is going to be the requirement specifications. This is where we know what we're about to design, what we need to put in place, and what are going to be the specifications for that software. Then the second phase is where we're going to delve deeper into the design phase itself. This is where we're going to put in all parameters and technology that we need for our software. Next is going to be about implementation. After we have our specifications and design, we need to put it into implementation. Like, this is where we actually develop the software itself. Then, of course, to try and examine what we have developed, we're going to move into testing. Testing is where we need to find out if our software is working as we have specified in the first phase, and if the design we add in the second phase is actually manageable. Testing is also where we're going to look into security matters. Then once we're satisfied about testing, we can now move into the release phase. That is where we launch our software for public use or private use, whatever the case may be. Then after that, we need to maintain the software. This is where we make sure everything keeps running on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. And the last phase is going to be the replacement phase. That is where we need to put into effect anything that we have in place that would replace whatever we find out from maintenance, if there's anything wrong with it. So next, we're going to move into the next slide where we're going to start talking about each phase of the software development lifecycle. Thank you.
First phase of the software development lifecycle, or SDLC, is the requirement specification phase that collects and analyzes the users, customers, and stakeholders' requirements. This is done by analyzing the specifications, understanding the needs of the stakeholders, defining the system, managing the scope, refining system definition, and managing the change requirements. The second phase of the SDLC is the design phase, which creates a solution and builds a software framework for that solution. This design phase allows the developer to document the software architecture and the design model, use case realization, and change the request as needed. The third phase of the SDLC is the implementation phase, which develops the code. The implementation phase allows the developer to integrate the build plan, to verify the log and test results, and implement the elements. The fourth phase of the SDLC is the testing phase that tests the codes. The testing phase allows for the developer to test the plan, test the strategy, test the script, test the results, and change the requests as needed. The fifth phase of the SDLC is the release phase that deploys the software. This allows for the developer to deploy the plan, implement training materials, test the evaluation summary, and install the artifacts. The final phase of the software development lifecycle is the maintenance phase that maintains and updates the software as necessary. This allows the developer to change the control plan and apply the project repository. Additionally, an extra phase given by the National Institute of Standards and Technology of the SDLC is the replace phase. The replace phase allows for the developer to add code to correct any unforeseen problems or to add more functionalities.
The supply chain risk management is the coordinated efforts of an organization to help identify, monitor, detect, and mitigate threats to supply chain continuity and profitability. The supply chain risk management includes security measures and tools that are implemented for authentication, authorization reasons. Several security measures to implement the supply chain risk management include firewalls, intrusion detection and prevention systems, antiviruses, monitor, and scanning tools. For implementing these tools during the software development lifecycle, the Government of Canada or any organization can protect and secure each phase during the process of the software. The software assurance is a process that ensures that developed software meets and complies with defined or standardized quality specifications. The security assurance in the SDLC is the level of confidence that software is free from vulnerabilities, either intentionally designed into the software or accidentally inserted at any time during its life cycle, and that the software functions in the intended manner. The software assurance encompasses security, reliability, safety, robustness, and other quality attributes while meeting the requirements of the user, customer, stakeholder, while ensuring a high quality system software that meets or exceeds the expectations, work effectively and efficiently, is cost effective, and it secures the software.
Conclusion and recommendations. Producing a high-quality system software that meets or exceeds user, customer, and stakeholder expectations work effectively and efficiently, and is cost-effective and secure means that the organization identified the right development methodology to use during the SDLC. Upon the software development process, the organization should analyze and consider the three major factors of the SDLC, which are risk factor, technical factor, and environment factor. The risk factor is the uncertain conditions and influences that affect cost, duration, and quality of the project. These risk factors can come from the technical aspect, environment aspect, manager aspect, and organizational aspect. The technical factor is the uncertainty of the task and procedures and the improper use of the software and hardware technologies during the system development. The environment factor is related to the environment where the software will operate in. Managerial factors are related to managing people, time, budget, and resources. Organizational factors relate to where the software system is being developed, and by doing this, the organization can mitigate the risks, threats, and vulnerabilities while protecting their investment of the software. We recommend applying a waterfall method and implementing security measures and tools during each phase of the SDLC. This can help deliver a well-performed and secured software. By implementing the SDLC with security measures and tools, strategies, and best practices during each phase of the software development, the Government of Canada or any organization can protect and secure the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of its information and information systems during the software development lifecycle.
All right, I would like to thank Michael, Hector, Melvin, and Jennifer for this presentation. Sitting down here listening to what they have to say about cyber operation risk management was actually educational to me as well. Now we're going to leave the floor open for participants to ask questions. Please, you can write your question on a piece of paper and forward it to me, and I'll read them out so that my team can answer your question. Thank you.